I'm Charlene Tate and I'm Director of Development for Scottish Autism, and my role is to support the knowledge management development of the organisation. I suppose what we're really trying to get across is the personalisation agenda for people with autism, how individually you have to think about people on the spectrum. And I think people benefit from the expertise of the organisation, they benefit from the wider expertise that we can attract to our organisation, but they're also a fantastic opportunity for people to network, to discuss problems and issues in their daily practice informally, for parents to feel a sense of community, not to feel alone. And importantly for me is the whole quality of life issue, that we are not just caretaking or babysitting, but that really we're about enabling people to have meaningful and joyful lives as well. Quality of life issues impact on the whole family and the wider community, and we can't cut a family out just because somebody turns a magic age. That's not right. So we have to find ways of enabling families to survive the life journey as well.
Quality of life is very important, and I have a son who's 19 now and I'm just about to go into adult services. When they're at school and there's a structure, it's all very much in place for them. But moving into adult services is a big sort of grey area, and there's lots of concerns and worries. And as well as being a parent, I work for a charity called Autism Argyll, so I have contact with other parents and professionals and we provide support to them, so you always are able to take away something that you can bring back.
We all have rights and we have to exercise them responsibly. People with autism aren't any different to that, so how do we enable them to understand the responsibilities that come along with exercising your rights?
We do get placements of young people who have autism, and within the organisation my role is to provide support and strategies to the foster carers and to work with the schools.
From the day's resource provision, we work collaboratively with our local colleges, predominantly Carnegie. We are looking at the transitional aspects of the young adults moving into a college setting. A lot of the work gets done within the day placement, and then they can transfer their skills into the college environment.
I've heard it lots of times about, children who, they're very interested in space and they want to be an astronaut. And we say, don't be silly, you can't be an astronaut. Well, somebody's got to go to the moon. As parents, our children will make choices we're not particularly happy with. But our job is to set them sail in the world. It's not to sort of lock them in their bedroom because you might not like something that they're going to do. But we have this kind of way of dampening down people's expectations when we should really be whipping people up to try and aspire a bit more. Our conferences attract a lot of professionals from different disciplines. Lots of parents come to conferences, and increasingly we're seeing people on the spectrum coming to conferences.
My son was first diagnosed Scottish Autism, or the Scottish Society as it was then, was one of the first people I contacted because I felt very isolated living in Argyll, and it was great to be able to phone somebody up and ask them for advice and help and borrow books from the library then that they had.
What I found particularly interesting was the woman mentioned the fact that so many middle-aged people on the autistic spectrum who've got elderly parents and they're really worried about them.
This is the first type of a learning event I've been to. I think it's good to have this information available. It's good to have it from people who seem to know what they're talking about because they're grounded in this material.
It allows us to engage with the community in a way because we can bring in people who we recognise and value as having particular expertise in the field.
For frontline staff, training is actually the utmost.
Scottish Autism provides really good quality training and education. On a personal level, I've gone to lots of their conferences and training days in the past, and with Autism Argyll we've arranged training on lots of occasions, and they've been very, very well received.
It was the title actually, the Getting It Right for people on the autism spectrum, and I was interested in finding out more about the partnership working and the practice development that was going on in Scotland.
The most rewarding thing is actually seeing people progress and the opportunities afforded to people that may have had difficult times because their autism wasn't supported, but they've had the opportunity to move into new situations and new settings and actually see the individual being empowered to move forward, basically.
Because we are focused a lot on social skills externally, on being with other people. And really being with other people starts with understanding yourself and knowing the kind of people you want to be with and what you want to get out of a relationship, what that person is. It's how we work out that people are not good for us. It's how we work out, some of us take longer than others, that people might be manipulating us. It's all of those things. It's understanding your inner self.
The highlight for me so far today has been just that information that I don't have readily available to me.
You always learn something. It always makes you think about something new that you maybe haven't thought about before.
I've never come across two people with autism that are the same. Every single person's different.
It's very inspiring to work with individuals.
Drilling down to those very, very fine details that make it work for that individual on a highly personal level. We build capacity in the wider community, and I think for me that's just a real buzz to see that the organisation grow and develop, for the practice to grow and develop, for the knowledge base to grow and develop, and for us to reach further and further out to the autism community.